Advertisement. I should have had the thumbnail and everything up earlier, but I didn't because of who I am as a person. So, for those just joining us or catching the replay, I am Famine from Famine Studios. No, see, that's the wonderful thing is I never set a time for this one. I was just in a taking care of things mood and kind of got sidetracked. So, we're going to be talking some today. I'm working on some more Greeblies for wall panels and things like that over there. This would actually be really good for like a 1-1 world building. Like, you know, something in the ceiling or whatever, put a puck light in there, which I could probably do at some point. But just for now, just going to be an interesting thing to look at attached to a wall maybe or a ceiling. Who knows? But how is everybody tonight? Pop off in the comments. Hit the like button if you can. Audi, what's happening? Red, what's going on? I am working on greebling this up right now. This foam insert that was with a air purifier that I picked up. We don't like to send things immediately to the landfill, so thought why not go ahead and use it into world building. You're working on a gunslinger. Nice. I may do a gunslinger for the competition. I don't know. I feel strange entering the competition, being one of the co-hosts on the show. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I'm using a bread tab thing. It's a styrene piece. It's good, thick, high-quality styrene. And just tacking it on here with some Eileen's Turbo Tacky Glue. And that will set up pretty soon. You're wondering why I have a long sleeve shirt on. I've been going through this weird thing where, I don't know, maybe I'm going through menopause. But I'm hot all the time, and then when I finally get into the cool air conditioning, after like 10 minutes, I'm like, ah, shit, I'm too cold. So I figured out the balance is to wear shorts and a long sleeve shirt when I'm working in the air conditioning. So, weird. Needed to reset. Yeah, doing a reset is always good. I have some other stuff too that I'm planning on sealing up. I probably won't do it in this stream just because it's really boring work. But this is going to be going... You see that black bridge up there, that black shelf? Actually, I can just stand up and show you. This is going to get mounted up in here in this restaurant area. And it will, I think, add some stuff to it. So, yeah. Jabalong, what's happening? I just realized my belt's unbuckled. You guys let me walk around looking like my my business was on display. Nobody said anything. Nobody was like, hey, Famine, looks like your piece is hanging out, your fly's down. Nothing. You don't get that for free. All right. But what's everybody else working on tonight? San Diego next week. Yes, it is. I've got my eye. The only thing I give a shit about, you almost missed the pecker out, Sarah. You could have. I'll send that to you privately. I'll send you the video. I'm after the San Diego Comic-Con Rex from the Hammond collection. That's honestly about the only thing that I'm even remotely interested in. I mean, just as far as those things go. I'm trying to get this. I don't like that Greebly for this job anyway. Nah. But the Hammond Collection Rex is the only thing that I'm like planning on going after. It's your birthday next week. Well, we're gonna take care of you. Gonna give you a little kiss because it's Bjorn's birthday. Honestly, this isn't me blowing smoke up your ass, Bjorn. It's always super appreciated. You really do help out all of our channels. You're always in the chats. You're always quick with the links. You're always fast to help people out. We appreciate you. Thank you for being you. I'm gonna greebly this up with some cutouts that I had left over from some Jason Jensen kits, just different styrene panel, or not styrene, particle board panels. And let's see what I got in here. I actually need to get some more of those tackle boxes and do like some sorting for my little wood pieces and wood discs and things like that, strips. Why is there cardboard in here? Did I do that on purpose? The world may never know. Let's see. Okay, so we got some shit I'm already dropping. So we got some squares. Mostly squares and triangles and rectangles, which is fine. There's an interesting looking piece, a little pentagon there. So we'll put, yeah. That actually looks like it would belong right there. Cool. So we'll put that there. And we'll have to hit this with Mod Podge. It is hip to be square. I do like Huey Lewis in the News. Okay, so we'll just drop that right there. And again, I'm just using Eileen's Turbo Tacky. It's pretty good stuff. I do like it. Another pentagon. This one's a little bigger. Looks like I was using it for painting something. No, that's too Superman-y. That one is too close to the Kryptonian symbol. I don't know. Maybe this is a piece of a Kryptonian jet engine. Do a square. Yeah, why not? Okay. Cool. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be... I could go fucking ham on this, which I let you guys know me, I like to do, but this is one of those things where it doesn't need that because it's not going to be a super focus point. So this is me exercising restraint. See, guys, I'm growing as a maker and an artist. I'm going to put that little triangle there, though, because, you know, my self-control only goes so far. I got some stuff done today as far as like little world building bits and pieces go. I had this landing pad that I had made at one point for a base for one of the stations, or I can't even remember what it was for, but I had carved panels into it. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I finished giving it a black layer of primer just to be safe, so that when I am ready to use it, I can use it. So it was 2 birds, 1 stone type of thing today, where I worked on that, and then I also took care of that over there. I've been giving a lot of thought to the space that's next to what's currently the bigger landing dock at Gimmick. That space over there. As you can see, I kind of stacked, you can also see the dogs. Dogs are making a cameo appearance this week, huh, friends? Oh, you're bunch of tuckered out puppies. I started stacking up things over there, thinking about how I wanted to do them, how I wanted to place them. I do like the idea of having the shipping container walls up higher, like probably go higher on them. Some of them I'd like to put on this side, but I have to make a facade for the other side first. There's wires in there I want to cover up that run into this side. So I think I'm going to have to calculate everything over here as far as wires go first, so that when I board that in, I can have most of the wires covered up and nicely hidden. They're my girlfriend's dogs, and they usually live with her. I was puppies. I was watching her, watching the dogs for her while she got situated. And she is kind enough to let me borrow the pups for a little while. So I got my friends visiting me. My doggo friends. My babies. They're good dogs. Don't tell anybody I said something nice about you guys, okay? Cool. Yeah, so that is one of the things I've been doing. I also did put that shelf up there, the black one we talked about, where I'm going to be putting that foam insert up in there to make it more of a fancy restaurant / club, some outdoor dining, as it were. And just been trying to think my way through some world building stuff, put together some custom figures and whatnot. I got a huge lot of fodder in. I've already filmed the video. I just haven't filmed the intro and outro yet because of who I am as a person. But I will be putting up a video on that hopefully this week. A huge lot of fodder figures, like some of the stuff I'm excited that I have received. That I'll be putting to use in a lot of future builds. That's also very cool. Yeah. So what have you guys been doing? Has anybody been getting into anything fun or doing anything dangerous? I don't know. Dangy's fun. I'm gonna Scotch-Brite this up real quick, and we're gonna put this on here as well because I can. I know a lot of surgeries, ordering a sketchy pizza. Yeah, your pizza looks like you guys had just helped like the company hit $1 million goal, and their solution was like lunch. But they didn't want to like spend the money on lunch for everybody, so they bought one large cheese pizza and then cut it 14 goddamn times so your slices of pizza are like this. That concerns me. That concerns me. And I know this because I was one of the people who got the pizza that had the thin down slices because we hit a goal, and they were like, yeah, make sure you help yourself to a couple of slices. And then you get in there and it's like, that's a couple of slices? Not where I'm from, sir. In fact, I know the pizza parlor that you bought this from. You asked them to cut this extra. You asked for them to cut extra slices in here. Well, Sarah, the slices of pizza you showed me were... I'm not even being dramatic, guys. Like, that triangle there was the slice of pizza on this pie. And I noticed, Sarah, Adam's not here to defend your pizza. I know Adam's got a little pizza dignity. I've seen the pies that Adam makes. Huh. Huh. Alright, let's glue this bitch on. And this will be cool, this piece being glued on here, because it's got two, like, straw attachments that kind of stick out, so I'll be able to hook hoses into it. Adam ate chicken nuggets and buttered noodles, and I tucked him into his race car bed. Well, that's sweet of you. Which means he's going to be up asking for a glass of water any minute now. At least that's what I would do. So those are drying on there. So I'm going to start, since those are mostly stuck, I'm going to do the black top coat. Then we'll just do some quick weathering. Again, this isn't a holy shit, that's amazing piece. This is just a piece of panel, new piece of paneling to fill in some area to add character and depth to the diorama. And sometimes that's all you need. So, you know, it doesn't always have to be paper towel or kitchen roll, as my friends across the pond call it. But it doesn't have to be this grand piece. Like, I know I will spend a lot of time on details on certain things, but just like certain shit doesn't need to be the most detailed background thing. Thank you. This thing is it's cozy, but it's not flattering. Like, it hugs my moobs and hugs my love handles, but also it is cozy. And again, working in front of the air conditioner, because apparently I'm going through like fucking menopause or something where my body is like, oh, I'm really hot, but now I'm really cold, but now I'm hot, but now I'm cold. So this is the solution, is long sleeves and shorts while I'm working in the air conditioner for whatever reason. What do we say? Orange or red? This is orange. Yep, this is a very orange. I bought an orange one and a green one at the same time because I was like, oh, I like that green. It's very military, but not too military. And it's also like a neutral color, so I can wear it with many accessories. And then I saw the orange, and I was like, ooh, that's kind of a neutral orange. It's not neon, which a lot of orange things are out there. So I picked it up. Audi knows what's up. You know, you get these Walmart fucking flannel things. Good price on those. They don't sponsor me. So, I mean, give me the money instead. You hear Snowflake out there yelling for me? She wants to come in here. But then she'll be in here for about 2 seconds and she'll see the dogs and she'll turn around and want to leave. So I have to, like, break my own heart and pretend I don't hear her out there yelling about wanting to be in here. Hashtag cat dad problems. I did add a little bit of excitement into my life today. One of the things I'm trying to do is add a little bit of fun, even on days where I don't feel like fun, which are some days. I mean, today didn't feel like a bad day or a good day, but I had coffee out of my Cat Mom mug, which I think is the funniest goddamn thing in the world. I had my morning coffee out of my Cat Mom mug, and yeah, it was good. So one of the things that I've been saving... What's up, Ant? Oh, look who got his alerts. Look who got his alerts, because I forgot to send him one, and then I was like, well, I can't hop out of here now and send you a thing, because that'll frig up the stream. So I was like, hopefully his alerts are turned on. You got your alerts. Hang on. Try to take the address sticker off so I don't dox. It's not doxing myself. I'm confident my address is fucking on the dark web or whatever, but the people that mail out stuff to me, they didn't sign up to have their personal information shared. So I'm just gonna take care of that. Whatever. This is fine. Take the tracking off so you can't go back and like, ooh. But anyway, I've been shaving. Completely hairless from right here down. Smooth as an otter. Or dolphin. Anyway, I've been saving these tubes from people mailing me posters and artwork. I actually want to give away. I have some really good Star Wars artwork that's going to get framed up and in the other room where I'm going to be doing different videos. Anyway, I've been saving these tubes because if you put them together, They look like giant industrial pipes. You can wrap them in a certain way, or you can add. You guys have seen when I do the smaller scale ones, where I'll put like the strip of foam or strip of cardboard and put rivets. I can make these look like industrial sewer pipes, and angle it off, put a rounded piece on here or something. So this is going to be one of those things that helps populate the backdrop in the area and make it look more industrious and build around things. Like, I want to show a couple of buildings maybe meeting up like this around a pole, and then add some, they'll be supported by whatever, like the real actual thing that supports them, but then I'll put like some, what's the word I want to use, just for looks, for aesthetics. I'm going to put some brackets and things so it looks like it was like, oh, they just built this here and then attached it because it was there for longer and they needed to use the space. So necessity is the mother of invention. They attached it there. Now it is just permanently attached to this thing. Hope the pipe never burst there. Stuff like that really makes the world seem more lived in and having existed for a long time, enough that people have developed around it. So this is one of those cool things. I've been saving these tubes. I have a bunch of them, a couple of different sizes, and I have hole saw. But here's the thing. The hole saw is only going to be used to make scrape the circle, and then I'm going to cut it out with a really nice razor blade and put glue around the edge so that it doesn't fray, so I can connect things and make it look good. Probably do faux welds with hot glue on some of it. Other ones I'll just hide it with like the tape or the cardboard with the rivets, but that's an idea. What's that remind you of? What kind of sick shit are you into? Sorry. Famine, that's how you get yourself demonetized. I'm not monetized right now anyway. That's what happens. That's what happens. Speaking of rivets, we can put some rivets on this here. I've got, I think I did a live stream where I made like 80 million of these foam rivets. Instead of using these beads, it's a double hand tornado. She knows what's up. No, I'm monetized, but if I, certain language demonetizes the video or prevents certain advertisers, which would be a higher payout from advertising commercials on my channel because of the content where I say things like that, like what kind of sick shit are you into and that stuff. They're getting better about it, but I'm just so glad. Oh, huge win for creators everywhere. If you're a YouTuber, thank the stars. If you're an AI fucking slop farmer, count your fucking days, because YouTube is no longer paying you guys for your content theft, and also your shitty videos. I don't think the comments have anything to do with it, because again, you can't, page creators can't control the comments, so it's like somebody could swear up, down, and backwards in my comments. It's gonna have no bearing on my channel, unless somebody goes and starts like reporting the comments. And even then, it's not bearing on me, it's bearing on that user. Yeah, but yeah, so instead of using the foam, got me all fucked up now. You could swear. Instead of using, you could say the S word. Instead of using the nail beads, the half spherical beads that I like to use sometimes, I'm gonna go ahead and use some of these foam ones because they're flat. They'll sit better. They'll still dry brush, but they're easier and lighter because this is probably going to be attached this way, so just less stuff to fall. Yeah, no, I stand by that. And for this, I'm going to go ahead and utilize the plastic bag that I had the other ones in for the time being. Just put a few of them on there. And this is where the fun begins, as Anakin Skywalker once said. Take the glue. Just gonna. It's like when you've been going for a while, you barely got any left. You just, you got to give it a couple extra shakes to get it out. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, and then I'm going to use my safety blade. Just tap it in. All right, safety blade, do your job. Be sharp. And it's just got enough adhesive on there to adhere. And I'll pick it. I hear you, Snowflake. If I let you in, you're going to want to leave. Because you're going to see the dogs. Yeah. I love you. You're wonderful. I know I'm the worst. Just breaking my heart. Breaks my heart to hear her cry. And I'm just kind of, I don't know, picking angles and corners to put these rivets on. What they're for, I don't know. It's a big piece of machinery. What is this, an air purifier, perhaps? Maybe it sucks up the exhaust. That could be a thing. Just draws the exhaust out of the air to help try and purify it so that people don't expire with the smog. Somebody asked me, more than once actually, more than one person has asked me this, about where I get my ideas for my world building and stuff. And a lot of it is quite literally, I do make it up as I go along. And this is one of those cases where I'm like building this thing. I have a very rough idea of like, yep, this is going to be something that's a detail in the back. It's not going to be something that's like mission critical for the world. It's not like I'm sticking a giant eyeball in there that's supposed to be like the overseer. And so it's got to have all kinds of details and stuff. It's just a thing. And so while I'm working on it, we can add a little bit of lore, a little bit of story to it. Let it tell me, or tell us, the audience, whoever is watching this, let it tell you what it's for, what it's about, why it exists. And that makes it a little more fun, I think, for me. Hopefully for people watching, as I ramble on about why this piece of styrofoam is essential to my little imaginary space station. Excuse me, not space station, starport. I hope it brings you a little bit of joy to your day. Maybe you think about that when if you're doing an art project or whatever, and it takes some imagination. And you're like, man, I don't know where to get these ideas from. Like, what, where do I pull this out of? Just straight out of your ass. Just absolutely make it up as you go along. It's okay. Let's see, we got a couple of paper ones here, so let's do this. Right in the glue. Oh no! Oh no! There we go. It's on my fingy. Put it right on that panel. Boop. Whatever. That glue will dry, and it'll look like some type of coating on there, like some type of leakage. And that's cool. There we go. Just adding a little bit of detail. Again, this is not something that's going to be a huge focus, but I want it to be detailed enough to fit in with the other level of detailing that I'm doing, but not too much where it, takes away from that. You guys have seen, I will make some panels the most complicated and complex layered thing that I have, and then other ones will just be like a 2 or 3 deep stack up. And that's kind of like what this is. It's one piece. This just happens to have the trench around it and the raised hole, so it makes it more visually interesting, so I have to do less work to it. And then adding these greeblies, I'll add black to all these things, and then once they're dry, once they're, painted, we'll do a quick dry brush and I'll attach it over there. One thing I know that I want to do for the bottom floor of that table that we were just looking at over there, the one that the dogs are currently camped down underneath, is I want to have all the lower level, like the street level, to be market stalls, booths, and vendors. I want it to feel alive, in a sort of way like the if you've seen Blade Runner, you know what I'm talking about. The streets down at the very ground level in Los Angeles, they're super populated with vendors, people selling things, people walking to and fro. You've got a lot of travelers, smaller vehicles, not starships, things like that, but carts, cars, hovercraft, that type of stuff all down there in the low dredges of this, buildup. And that's always been one of my things is if I can't necessarily expand over, which I can now, I've obviously got all the space, but I still want to build up. Again, if you don't have a lot of space, you have a little TV tray table and that's your space that you can build on, and you're like, damn, I can only put 2 buildings on here. That sucks. Build up. Build up. So that's going to be one of those things, but I want that bottom level to be kind of like the gritty basement level. It's still on the level of the landing pad, but you get the idea that like that's where, okay, people are going to come out and wander. It's a little more grimy and grittier than the city part of Gimmick, which is over there. It's that type of setting. Yeah, we like street vendors. Yeah, and I love going to food truck festivals. There's a really great one in Connecticut that we go to. Um, it's just awesome. Everybody there is there to have a good time. It's one of the very few things where like you go to an event and nobody's being a tough guy. People are there showing off their cars or their dirt bikes and shit, and there's like little mini club meets and stuff. But there's no like, oh, it's a club and people bump into you and then they want to fight. There's nobody drunk. It's just a really cool, great vibe. Everybody's there to get good food. Everybody knows that there's good food there, and they all just turn out and have a good time. I love that sort of thing. So while the lower levels of Gimmick are not that kind, they're not that safe and polite, I want there to be something similar to that vibe of like in at least a couple areas where people are there to shop and get food and pick up their groceries on their way to climb up the stairs or take the hover lift up to their 18th story apartment, which is under 6 other shipping containers because that's what they could afford at the time, and or rather maybe that's what their previous neighbor or spouse or whatever had, and that's they passed on or gotten taken away on an adventure to outer space, and just that type of stuff. Let's see. Hang out under the rope lights. I have a flower. I picked them up especially for that, to string them in between a couple of vendors. They're little purple flowers that look like orchids, I guess, to dangle below in between a couple of these buildings, just to add some more character and some more lighting and add depth, the illusion of depth. Where are those little guys? Where did I put you? Which box are you in? Yeah, there. I'll probably go over them with some more purple, like a purple ink, to just get, there you go, so that they produce more of a color glow instead of a white light glow. But that's what I picked those up for. Back when our beloved Joanne was going out of style. You can't steal the sausage dogs. Nope, they belong to Kenny and not me. And she would murderize me if I lost those dogs. And I don't want to die. I don't want to lose my babies. Mr. Stark Dog. Mama Rosie. Mama Rosie's going deaf, so she can't hear me. so I can say all these wonderful things about Mama Rosie, and she has no goddamn clue. She just sound asleep. She is the Mama Rosiest of the Rosies. Let me see. She'll probably hear me move this chair across the floor, though. She'll feel vibrations like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Look at the Mama Rosie. But I do see the cowman. He's being a happy cow. What doing, Stark? You guys being good? You staying good? You being warm, snuggled together? You got your bowl of water? Hi, Stark. You want to come say hi? Say hello. I am the Stark Doug. I am the Stark Doug. I have returned. You guys wanted to see me. I am the most handsome Stark in the entire world. I am the star of the show. How's Dirk? Being a good boy? Yes. He loves to sit in my arms, and when I have Gimmick lit up behind me, he just loves to stare at Gimmick. Yeah, you like the lights, huh? You like the lights. Love you, Stork. You want to get down? Or you want to stay up here? I can't world build holding you like a baby. You being a good boy? Here comes the Stark. Mama Rosie, you want to say hi? Come here, Rosie. Rosie. Come here, Mama. You want to stay down there? Oh, you guys want to play instead. All right, have fun playing. Okay. You guys having fun playing? No, Stark, you can't come back up here. I'm working. This is how I pay the bills. This is how I pay the bills. Yeah, that. Quiet barks. Quiet barks. Thank you, sir. Yeah. You guys are all fucking hyped. I know it. Global warming. I feel you. I have concerns too. Yeah. Well, clear your throat. Over here hacking and clearing your throat like that. Just get whatever's bothering you out. Cool. We'll just put that one there for gravity's sake. All right, I see we have some new people who just wandered into the chat. Let's see. What's up, All-Star? Welcome. So Cowman was here for quite a while, so we worked out a compromise where he loves to yell. So I convinced him by saying quiet bark. He will quiet down and he will still say what he's got to say, but he doesn't scream. Because he does this great thing where if you aren't paying attention to him for long enough, he'll just sit real still and he'll stare at you and he'll stare at you and you'll forget that he's there. And then at the most critical moment, whatever you're doing, whether you're working on the phone at work or you're sending a risky text or you're just about to cut something and it's like, okay, I only have one of these. I've got to make this exact incision on this thing. And he will bark and scare the shit out of me. See him? See him over there? Stark is like that. Stark has to get the last word in. So you can yell at him when he's in his crate if he's carrying on yelling at the cats for being too close or whatever, and he's got to get the last in. He's got to have the last say. Oh, Stork. Hi, Rosie. You want to come up? You want to come say hi? Got the mama. Hello to Mama Rosie. Yes, you're so beautiful. Yeah. Say hi, everybody. I'm the mama. Hi, Mama Rosie. Mama Rosie. You cold? You were all bundled up and snuggled up with them boys down there, and I made them get up. Fucked up your whole nap, huh? Did I fuck up your whole nap? Love you. Say hello, everybody. Rosie is actually Cowman and Stark's mom. Two different litters, but this is their mama. Huh. You're a good girl. You're the best, Rosie. Huh. Oh, I love you, Piggy. Say hi, everybody. Yeah. All right, careful. Good girl, Rosie. Oh, you're doing twirls. Okay, you're happy. She had a good time up there. Cool. Love that, Rosie. All right, so let's get some more black on these rivet heads, and then we'll do some dry brush, and we'll call that good. And we can talk some more about what I'm thinking over there. I'm actually going to build a back wall that's going to be floor to ceiling from there all the way over to the corner, just so that I can attach things to it and not worry about punching holes in the drywall. I don't have to worry about it, but it's just, I feel like it'll be easier. And then if I have to take the room apart for any reason or relocate things or whatever, it's in a panel, I'll be able to take it off a little easier. Working on a ceiling panel that'll go, or a wall panel of some sort that'll go in there that just adds more visual interest and production value, so it looks more and more like a thing. Can be heated and separated at their sternum? Yes, they can. It's called boil and pop and boil and crack. Now, are you talking about Jurassic Park, the old figures from the 1990s through the early 2000s, or are you talking about the new modern day Kenner figures? Because they all have a seam. Snowflake. Okay. So he's got a seam that runs down him. You're going to heat him up, like boiling water, pop the arms out, pop the head off. You could separate the torso from the legs, and then if you want to pop that, go in from there with a pair of pliers while it's hot and gently spread the pliers, like put the pliers in closed and then gently spread them open, and it'll gradually unstick that glue. Now you may have to cheat a little bit to get it started when you get it cracked just a bit, and use a X-Acto blade and just work away from yourself, but it should split right up and separate his torso for you. So that's life finds a way. I like how you were like Ian Malcolm and I already had him in his hand. Gently spread it open and it does spill out a little glue. Ian with the jacket and the extra arms. So you got the Hammond collection one. Same principle. Let's get this brush cleaned out a little bit. Ever so gently spread the torso after inserting the clip. Famine. They can't demonetize you any more than you already have been. Figures. It's not a ball inside. You're talking about right here? Because that is a ball, but it's a... If I remember when I took mine apart, it's like a half sphere thing. So it's flared up. How do I... If I had a pen... I'm an artist. There we go. I do have a pen. So if memory serves... You got a piece of paper too, Famine? No. Right here. Hang on. All right. So you've got your torso of the figure. It's the one. It's got a pivot there. The piece that's inside there is basically a half sphere that is connected to the abdomen. Firmly grasp it in your hands. There we go. So this all is almost like a mushroom peg, yeah, but it's like really like a ball, but it's just chopped. Firmly grasp it. I forget that I can draw things down. Write things down, or draw them. And, yeah, I spend most of my days on the telephone trying to explain people how to read. And I use that phrase, explain people how to read, not teach them how to read. I have to explain them how to read. Because fucking reading is hard for grown-ups. There's no education requirement to sell cars for a living. So I have to learn people to read and explain to them to read. It's just, it is what it is. That's my job. I teach grown-ups to read. But yes, then I remember I can draw things. I used to do that a lot when I worked in aerospace, is because you had to visually show what you were trying to accomplish, or if you had a solution for something, you could grab a pen or a pencil or a piece of chalk and mark it down and then show somebody, and they go, oh, okay, that makes sense, or no, how about this? And I just forget about that from time to time. I don't draw as much as I used to. Not that I necessarily want to draw as much as I did, but it's just something I remember. I actually recently found some old notebooks I finally parted with after I gave them a good look over and had a bit of nostalgia for the memories of the work that I had put into those drawings and how I thought it was like the greatest drawings in the world at the time. And I parted with them. It was part of like the purging of things in the house from when I was younger, and now I am grown, and those things have less meaning to me. Who's mad? Okay, just Mod Podging away. Mod Podging. Ooh, Mod Podging. Alright, that's good. That's taken care of. At me? Who's mad? What are we mad at her? Lemonade. A little bit sour tonight. My lord. Wow, that was tart. It's starting to get to the good part of the lemonade. But yeah. Another thing you could also use as a rivet, if you say don't have a hole punch, some cardboard, some foam, or some of those beads, is a trick that a lot of cosplayers utilize to make rivets, 1-to-1 scale rivets or whatever, is googly eyes. It's $1.25 for a satchel of them at the dollar store of different sizes, although I hear that they are starting to move it to $1.50 because of the tariffs. But you can pick those up and you will have more googly eyes than you'll ever fucking need in your entire life, even if you are a cosplayer. Ask me how I know. But yeah, you can pick those up and glue them on, and it's not like it's gonna move around. That's one thing I hated with them when I had them on my cosplay, is that many of them together, when they move around, they make a rattling noise, and I don't like rattling things that aren't supposed to rattle. If you give me a maraca, yeah, that's supposed to rattle. 100% makes sense. But if, say, I have a remote control and this part right here off the battery thing breaks off and it just rattles around in the remote control, I'll take the remote control apart and get that thing out, because I can't mentally handle the rattling. Something, it speaks to me, it speaks of me as who I am as a person or whatever, but like, that noise ain't for me. Yeah, and it's just quiet enough so you, the wearer, hear it, but not anybody else around. So it's like you're like shh, 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 and you fucking hear it. And if you're attuned to noises and things like that, it'll drive you nuts. And I'm one of those people that gets driven nuts by little rattling things. I have an airsoft shotgun from a anti-zombie riot costume that I had done for the Zombie Film Feast at the Linda Theater in Albany back in between 2008 and 2011. And somehow one of the pellets got inside. We put a couple of the pellets in just to try it out before we plugged it up and everything to make it so it was convention safe and costuming safe. And somehow one of the pellets got loose inside of it. Who, let me tell you, I went and got my drill and drilled a hole and chased that thing down and shook it and shook it and shook it until I got it all the way down in the hole and whoop, out, and then we sealed up the plastic and then sealed up the thing because I was like, I can't walk around with this fucking thing rattling. Just not good. Not good. Relax, little dogs. You are so excitable. I know. Relax. It's okay. Yeah, get your snuggles in, Rosie. Good girl. Yeah, it was like, it's just one of those things. Like little noises like that will get me, and I won't have a scene. I won't cause a scene, but like if I'm just pushed to my absolute limit of hearing that noise, the soonest I could get rid of that sound, I will. So this is our last little touch up with black here. I should blast this with a hairdryer just to cheat, but I'm not gonna, but I should. I'll wait. Maybe I could just, maybe it'll be this guy. Or the person who just got their nails done, but they can't touch anything until their nails are dry, so they're just like, I gotta dry my nails. Huh. So you would probably hate the air purifier that's going on in the cat room right now. I like hearing it because I know it's taking care of the stinky smells. And I'm like, what, girl? Take care of Mama Snow's nasty poops? Hell yeah. You go on, you fucking purifier with your bad self. Because let me tell you, Mama Snow, despite being a lovely, sophisticated, dapper, you know, just wonderful, all the best describing words for a woman, for Mama Snow, she takes the nastiest shits. Like, it's concerning how stinky these things are. Like, I'm like, Mama Snow, what did you eat? What did you eat, Mama Snow? And she's just like, I ate the same thing you fucking feed me every day, dude. Haven't changed my diet in years. I won't eat anything else now. Because you know, I love this food. She will eat churros, though. She goes nuts for those. But yeah, Mama Snow will blow it up. So the air purifier certainly is a lifesaver. And Mama Snow has her own personal litter box too. It's a litter igloo. So she can go in. So like you'd think it would keep, no. She walks out of there and it follows. And I know you all, as my followers, wanted to know these things about my cats. That's why super chats exist. This is Sarah's payment for her super chat, is to hear my Mama Snow poop stories. And that's Azrael screaming because she's in heat and wants the attention of her male suitor, and all the male suitors that she knows in her life want nothing to do with that fun. Because they fixed and they just want to chill out. Although Quinny will play with her, like not in a kinky, fun sort of way, but he'll just like, she'll run around the house and he'll chase her around the house. They'll bat at each other like playfully. They'll play with like the same toy. If they both go to the same scratching post at the same time, they kind of have a little bit of fun. It's cute. Speaking of PTSD, I saw a push that there's basically a push to rename it or properly name it as traumatic stress disorder and not post, because it's not, you know, something that vanishes. That was weird. There was all of a sudden 12 people here and then 8 and then it jumped back to 12 and then back down to 8. So I'm assuming a bot just passed through, or there was a bot in the chat that brought other people in. Very, very strange. Azriel, I need you to go get a job, honey. Just wander around screaming like that. Somebody come get this. Remember that song by Fine Young Cannibals? She Drives Me Crazy. I want to get Azriel to get the oh part down so I can sing and then have her call out those parts of the song. I think that'd be fun. It'd be good for the channel. Be good good content. And in case anybody's wondering about the black coating that I put on here, I did 3 coats of Mod Podge, let them cure in between each, just so that it filled in as much of the little tiny grooves and sections of this foam, so that when I did paint it black, I wasn't having to fight and try and mash paint down into sections. Cure, yeah, let it dry, curing. You're gonna fall asleep on me? Aw, we're gonna take a Joey and Ross nap like in Friends, aren't we? My lives put people to sleep. Yeah, that's what people sign up for. I put people to sleep. Yeah, well, their curing instructions are fucking insane. Their curing instructions say wait 24 hours, then sand it, then, ready? Apply with brush, clean up while wet, water-based. For complete instructions, okay, we're not doing that. Anyway, if you read the complete instructions for Mod Podge, it says to wait 24 hours to 48 hours for a full cure before you then sand this down and apply another coat. What Old Famine likes to do is apply Mod Podge, hit it with the hairdryer, let it sit, apply more Mod Podge, hit it with the hairdryer, let it sit, and then it takes care of that, gets that out of the way. Yeah, it just occurred to me the amount of lore channels that are just like reading Wikipedia entries and things like that with AI voices. They're gonna go bye-bye. And that's good. He's got a nice thick wrist too. Wrist, he was gonna say wrist. One thing I'm hoping with this now banning of AI content is getting rid of those videos where people talk like this. They walked into the building, and in the building there was a door that they had to bypass, and it's just being read like a prompt from a thing. Oh, I hate that cadence of speech, but I guess apparently it supposedly baits people in. I understand adding a pause for effect in a story is important, like they approach the door. Opening the door, they stepped in. Like, but you don't want to say door. They approached the threshold of the door. Opening it, they stepped inside. You can add that pause, add dramatic effect, and not, they walked down the hallway. At the end of the hallway, they were faced with a left and right turn. Taking the right turn would have led to an emergency exit. Instead, they took the right. Like, And a lot of them have that same cadence and speech pattern. And I don't know where it came from. It's like the people that shake the fucking like that videos. Now, that is, I will shake the camera in my vlogs for dramatic effect, not beyond that, because that is a quick way to show how goddamn excited I am for things. Like, not gonna lie to you, I've done it. I'll do it again. But, yo, stop complimenting my goddamn voice over there. I see you. I see you. I'm not ignoring you. Just bashful. Most calming voice. TikTok, animals under MRI, oh my goodness. It doesn't draw me in. It just makes me angry and not want to hear whatever they have to say. Am I going to have another glass of sugar-free lemonade? I am. By the way, this picture is from 1971. It was developed for Tupperware from the 70s. Still going strong. Fucking microplastics, baby. Uranium in that, probably. I don't know. Asbestos. It does hit different. I think it's the uranium. Or as Aunt says, it could be the asbestos. All right, let's dry brush this motherfucker. Toodaloo, motherfucker. What are you all so excited about over there? What do you got going on, doggos? They're like, it's dinner time. It's time for the meal. And you're over there playing with your toys instead of giving us the meal. No, it's not uranium glass. This is just straight up green glass. A pupper just pulled on their leash to see you. Well, then you're having the best day ever. Oh no! Nope, fixed it. I'd probably go on this rant, but since y'all seem to stick around, what are you doing? What are you doing? You guys seem to stick around when I do my rants. I'll do it. Your creative friends around the holidays, if they're artists or whatever, ask them what consumables they want. Because it's like, we go through things like paintbrushes and glue, hot glue sticks, nail files, model makers, go through snips, razor blades, those types of things. If you know somebody who's an artist and they want things for Christmas or like art supplies, don't be that person. It's like, oh, what do you want for Christmas? And they tell you, no, I don't want to get you that. I want to get you something. No, like if we say, hey, I want some paintbrushes or I want some, like those things are great. They go the extra mile and it shows that you appreciate the artist. So consider that. Got downgraded to ICU. Nice. That's awesome. What are you doing? What are you silly puppies doing over there? 2 years are over there. Cowman's still chilling like a villain. So I just a little bit of silver on the edge of the brush. Could you eat your balls in another spot, Rosie? Thank you. I'm just hitting the high edge. Look at that. Honestly, the reason why I said eating your balls because I thought it was Stark, because that's Stark noises, but apparently Rosie's just having a chomp on her foot, so. You trying to eat your feet, Rosie, because I haven't fed you yet? And for those playing along at home and wondering why I painted the inside of that, is because when this is like this, if it's flat against the surface, I can still see that lip in there. But once it's You're just going to be able to see a little bit, and I don't want the white showing through. So. And you're probably asking yourself the same question I am, is like, Famine, I understand why you're doing the edge, like you like to add the edge highlights and everything, but if this thing is just mounted to the wall as like an air purifier or whatever, like why would there be any wear and tear on there? And to that I say, mind your fucking business and count your days. All right? Nobody asked you. Nobody was like, hey, let's shit on this guy's parade. So don't. No, it's purely aesthetic reasons. Like, I want it to catch a little bit of light. I want it to just add a little bit of something to imply that maybe it does something, or it's had work on, or that's like something frequently passes through that area. What it is, I don't know. Maybe when it's being serviced. But just little bits of character. For here, I'll just do the inside of the ring, just to add a little bit of light catch. You know what, maybe I'll just dry brush around on the inside of that. Oh God, that is the worst sensation. You have your gunslinger assembled, and I am dry brushing on styrofoam, and it's one of the worst. Oh, it makes my teeth hurt. I don't normally dick around with styrofoam, but I do use the XPS foam, which is the pink foam insulation over there. This was from the top of, or the bottom, one of the two, of a air purifier box. It was like the thing sat in here, and then the other piece was on the top. Like I said, I don't normally do the styrofoam, but it's just too good of a interesting insert. Like, I have these, you can't see them. Duh. Those two ones that are standing up over there are going to be walls, like tower walls. I know Dom from Toy Domination, he's done some of it in Lockdown. He's done something similar. Mine are going to be a little different. I can't wait to show you guys that, but that'll be at another time for another stream. That one I actually may do an outdoor live stream where I work outside. Gonna have to test my signal strength out there for starters, and then also just to see how the weather is, because if it's ungodly hot out there, I can't really do what I want to do with that outdoors, so I'd have to do it indoors. So we'll see. I know that was like a total cock tease too. That's like when the teacher promised, like, oh, maybe tomorrow we'll do class outside for a couple hours, and you like get excited, and then the teacher's like, nah, it's hot, can't really go out there. The principal wants us to stay in. There's been another threat against the school, and you're like, oh, wanted to go outside. No, just American students? Okay. Too real? Again, making it look more metallic, more worn, more real. Again, just adds detail, adds character. Then over here where there's nothing, that would be boring. But then you get like something like that and suddenly it looks like it's world worn. And obviously, if you're not an insane person like me, you don't have to go as ham as I do on it. Makes my teeth hurt. But I like to add character, add depth, add production value. Like, again, who knows? Maybe this is an air intake or an air filter. Tunnels to somewhere else. I don't know. Like just a little on the edge. Living on the edge. Right? Isn't that words to a song? Some type of... I gotta send Ma a text message. That's right. Ma, if you're watching, I'll send you a text message. Kenny's Ma, not my Ma. If my mom's watching, you can piss right off, lady. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. I do need a little more silver paint. Aerosmith. Okay. Are you sure? Hi, Mom. I just said hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. I'm a bad influence. You should have warned Sarah about me. I'm one of those artist types. I don't know. I have a steady job, and I have young furry children. I don't know. I got nothing. Oh. Ah, you see that? That jumped out of my hand. See Azriel screaming in the other room. Just letting my kids scream in the other room. Shh, everyone. There's a grown-up watching, right? Crap, there's an adult. What do I do? Famine, you're an adult. No, I'm not. Oh, wait. Yes, I am. Which is one of the strangest things about turning 39, is realizing that I am an adult. Say you were an adult before that. No, I know I was, but also I wasn't. You see? Does that make sense? I'm looking for an adultier adult. Somebody who's more adult than me. All right, There's that, there's that. Okay. Ooh, there's a good good catchphrase for the channel or for streaming. Because I'm the streamer your parents should have warned you about. Wow, Famine, did you think of that all by yourself? A little bit. Just there, just then, yeah. Thanks for noticing. Cowman, I heard you fart. Say excuse me. It's like, I am a dog. I don't speak English. I don't know how to do that. I do want to do... I do. You said doo-doo. I do want to hit this with some pastels. Mainly because I can. Where's that brush? There you are. Got my pastel brush. Got my chalk pastels. Gonna stick to main rust colors. So I've got my oranges, yellow, other orange, other yellow. So put that brush. And this is just a case of, I feel like adding it into some of these recesses will help. What'll it help? Not sure. It just feels right. Feels right, Brian. Feels right. Stewie when he dresses up like a young lady. And again, with this being some sort of air intake or whatever you want to call it, air filtration. Let's we'll pivot a little bit, add a little bit of the different orange, just for variety's sake. Let that brush up. Snowflake, I hear you and I'm not ignoring you, my love. Diddy was the streamer. Well, did he stream though? Did he stream? Never mind. Just adding a little something. I think I can. Cool, 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 cool. Just load up a little bit more of the orange. Hi, Snowflake. I love you. I'm gonna let her in. She's gonna want to leave. Watch. Come on. There you go. Hi, beautiful. Hi, gorgeous. See, your dog friends are in here. Suddenly you want to go? Look how cool Famine made that piece of garbage look. It would have ended up in a landfill. Hi, beautiful. Hi, baby. Oh, come here. Oh, give me that cat. Oh, I got my girl. Oh, I say hello. Oh, big purrs. Yeah, now you're gonna get hair all over it, huh? See? Yeah, that's what I was working on. You know, I don't like working with the chalk pastels because the dust is really fine for your little lungs. Okay? Go lay down on your paper. Say thanks, Anthony, for the paper. I still love it. What is this? I really got to get the rolling thing for underneath this. But yeah, like that's done. And then in the future, if I need to add anything to it, and by add anything, I mean I'm probably going to put some wires coming out of this running to something else, but that's already set up for that. So that's groovy. Could put just a dab of hot glue and a wire. Have the wire running to something. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so that's going to go somewhere over here. Did you just run to your paper and then come running back over? Hi. But yeah, I'm thinking somewhere over in there. Maybe on the ceiling or on the wall. Probably on the wall. Hi. This fucking cat, man. She's the best. Yeah. You the best girl, huh? I love you. Oh, I love you, baby. Yeah. Say you gave me the sea meat today, Father, and that was delightful. I love sea meat. Yeah. Yeah, she still has the paper. I haven't thrown it away because I would feel bad. It's right there. She goes over there and curls up and sleeps. Huh. That's you. That's where you go over there and sleep when I'm in here working. Yeah. You good girl. Big purrs. Big snowflake purrs. Yeah, she really is. She's a great cat. Now she's trying to tangle herself up in the wires over there. But yes, out of a landfill, or keeping it out of a landfill. All it is 3 colors of paint. Well, 2 colors of paint technically. Mod Podge, black paint, silver paint, cardboard scraps, and some chalk pastels. And it looks like something. Again, this could be a 1-1 prop. You could put a puck light and stick it on your wall, you know, and then just have a tap light in there that glows a color. Like, cool. That's, you know, on your wall now. Piece of artwork. Put a command strip so you can take it off when you need to. But I'm just going to use it for my sci-fi world. You could wear it as a funny hat. Maybe a mask on Halloween. That's nightmarish. But there's no reason to throw stuff like this into a landfill when you could use it. So I do recommend. Yeah, you could do that as well. Or you could get one of those eyes, the LED eyeballs that's like, it's got pre-programmed to look around and things like that. That'd be cool. I also have this thing, which was a part of a tower that you could put your paintbrushes in from the dollar store. This is another thing that's like, oh, you paint this black and dry brush it and it's going to look really cool. It could be a stand. You could sink it into the foam. It's like a manhole cover. I don't know what you do with it. You do that. Almost drop it because you're watching yourself on camera. Snowflake, you want to play with it? Here, ready? Go get it. She doesn't care. Oh, there she goes. She's going after it. She's going to get it. Get it. You get it? Good girl. I love you. Yeah, you're so beautiful. What a cat. What a cat, guys. She really is the best. All right, cats and kittens. I am going to hop off of here, though. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Sarah, thank you for the super chat. Thanks to my patrons. If you're new to the channel, you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, notification bell. Those things help out. Share it with a friend. Share it with an enemy. But yeah, check out the Patreon. There's a free tier. You can sign up. There's channel memberships, but I appreciate everything. You guys really do help make this fun, and you guys help pay for odd things here and there, which is great. And you're helping me keep the lights on, quite literally. So you guys be good. I will see you in the next one. As always, too sweet be.